Hello and welcome. I'm excited today to be part of the All Shook Up video hop. This is a shaker card video hop hosted by Team Tiny. Today I'm going to show you just how to make a basic shaker card. You see I have 3 here that I made. We'll make one together step by step. Let's get started. I'm using the Simon Says stamp, which is a brand new stamp. It is called Cottontail Wishes. It was part of the new release at Simon Says Stamps. They had a special box for Easter, and it sold out within hours of being listed. I just happened to be up really early that day and checked my messages, and when I saw it, I just fell in love with these little bunnies. I think they're adorable, and I think I can make a lot of really cute cards with this. So here we are coloring our bunny. Coloring our flowers. We colored our bunny already using grays. And these tulips, I'm just coloring them in different colors as well as the eggs. I make some pink, I make some blue, and then I make some purple. And you can color these eggs any color that you would like. I just picked some of my favorite colors and decorated my Easter eggs. It's hard to believe, but it'll soon be Easter. I know all of us are dealing with major changes to our lifestyle now that we're all sort of sheltering in place. And I'm actually working from home. I have been since March 17th. And so it's definitely a new normal for us. But I'm thankful and, blessed to be able to work. And just thankful that I am able to work from home and have a job. I know how hard it is for some people who aren't able to do that. People who work in restaurants or retail, whatever, they don't have that option. So you guys are in my thoughts and prayers. So I'm just coloring with my Copic markers these eggs. And then what I do is I put them in my Brother Scan and Cut, and I let it do the cutting, which is wonderful. I can't recommend it enough. If you like to color and put your colored items on your greeting cards, then the Brother Scan and Cut is a really great tool. Now I'm going to decide how I'm going to make the frame. So one thing I learned from making these 2 cards was that I need to have a thicker frame. And what I mean is the space of the frame. Earlier, the 2 that I made had a thinner border. So it's important to make my border thick. You don't have to make yours thick like this, but I do because my foam tape is rather wide. And the frame actually conceals the foam tape. So you want to make it wide enough that your foam tape doesn't show. So here I'm just taking it over to my Big Shot, and I found this pattern paper that I had in my stash, which I thought it was really cute and sort of reminded me of Easter eggs. So I trimmed it down, and now I have enough panels to make 3 shaker cards. But for now, we're going to make 1 shaker card together, and it's a basic shaker card, nothing fancy, but there you have it. That's my frame. I'm going to go with the blue polka dots, the yellow polka dots in the blue paper. I'm going to go with the blue background paper. So you need to use double-sided tape. This is the first thing that you have to do. Put the double-sided tape around the back side of your frame, all the way around, all 4 sides. Make it even, and then make sure that all the little pieces of tape touch each other at the corners. Then you lay your acetate down, and you have to be careful because you want to make it straight. I had a little bit of overage on my acetate, probably because I have a hard time getting the actual panel straight, but that's okay. I was able to trim that down. That's an anti-static tool that I use to put powder down on the face of the shaker card, just so that the little shaker bits aren't statically together. All right, so the foam tape and me, we don't get along very well. This foam tape is from Brutus Monroe, and it works really, really well. It's also very hard to get the backing off of the tape. So every time that I use it, I fight with it. I actually ordered some new foam tape from Amazon, and I'm hoping that I don't have to fight so drastically with it just to get the paper off the back. So yeah, this is me. This is one of the longest parts of the video, me trying to get that tape off. So speaking of being sort of sequestered and, stay at home type thing, yeah, it's going to be strange because you have a routine and you get used to it. So like, for example, here's my shakers. Watch this, you guys. I spill it when I first open it. I go to open it and the whole thing spills right there. I know this is going like super fast at the speed of light, but I made a mess. That's okay. I cleaned it up. So I'm putting a lot of blues and yellows in this. And also the confetti is clear with bunnies and hearts. And that confetti came from Simon Says Stamps. It was part of that special set. Easter box. What I was going to say about, and then once you put all them in that little well, then you lay your backer on. That's your background. You can make it any color you want. And there I'm just shaking it and having fun because it's nothing better than the sound of a shaker with some little beads in it. I can't recommend enough getting some beads for your shaker cards. Confetti is nice, but the beads just, add that sound, and there's something about it. It's just happy. Okay, so got my little animals, my little bunny that I colored. I'm going with the white one. I'm going to go ahead and, this is foam tape that I got from Dollar General. It's real thin. It's easy to use, but I didn't want to use it on my frame because I needed a little bit dimension so that the well would have a little depth and all those happy little pieces of beads and glitter could move around. But what I was saying is I think the thing I'm going to miss the most, I'm going to miss going to church on Sunday, and I'm going to miss getting my nails done. Well, because when you make YouTube videos, you're very self-conscious about your fingernails and how they look. And that's just something that I'm going to be, let's just say, self-conscious about. But I have a friend who does these nails. They're like a wrap that you put on your fingernails. So I ordered some from her. So Shannon, if you're watching, looking forward to getting my nails. I hope they'll work for my fingers. Okay, so I picked the Sentiment Easter Wishes. I have a piece of green cardstock, and I'm going to stamp it with VersaFine Clair. And the color is Ocean Breeze. It's sort of like a teal color of ink. One thing I forgot to do was heat emboss this. I had planned to not only stamp it onto the cardstock, but then emboss it, but I forgot. I think I was just, aware of the time and wanting to, just make sure that it wasn't too long of a video. So I'm just going to put some foam tape on this little greeting, which will then pop it up and give it some dimension. And there you can see the 2 cards that I created. I actually created 3. The first card on the right I made before the video. That was sort of like my prototype. I learned a lot from making that one. And then the one on the left is the one that we just made with the polka dot frame. I think it's really cute. I think they're both adorable. And just adding that little bit of like Easter eggs and flowers at the bottom, I just think it sets it off really nicely. So I'm just going to basically put this in the top right hand corner. I made it look like it had like a flag on the end. And I'm just getting a little bit of a close up here so you can see all those wonderful little shaker bits. So I think that I'm going to be making a lot of shaker cards in the next couple of days because I'm the kind of person that if I have the supplies out and I have the frames already cut, I'm just going to go ahead and make some. Yeah, they cost a little bit more to mail because they're thick. And these ones are really thick because I used that foam tape that's thick from Brutus Monroe. So these would never make it through just a regular envelope. Now this one, I didn't use that thick foam tape. I just used the Dollar General foam tape. So it's a lot flatter. You can see it's not as thick. But the one that's not as thick, I actually used foil as the window background. And then I've had several frames that I put around it, including a foil frame. So I thought that was kind of nice. The one that is a little bit larger, it's a 5x7. That one says Happy Easter. The polka dotted one says Easter Wishes. And the bigger card says Have a Hippity Hoppity Easter. So really, really cute sentiments. I think an awesome card for shaker cards, and just a wonderful stamp set. Okay, so there you have it, folks. My 3 cards that I made. I want to encourage you to please check out the other people who participated in this hop. Hashtag Team Tiny on YouTube. And if you put that in your search bar, you will have a list of all the participants on this hop. And it's a great group of folks, very, very creative and very inspirational with their style. So I definitely want to encourage you to check out my description box below. In it, I will have the Team Tiny hashtag that you could use. I'll also have information about the products that I used. So we're just going to show one more time all 3 cards. The first card that I made was one that I kind of was my prototype. It was my first shot at designing a card and how I might want it to look. I used a lot of different frames on this one, including foil at the bottom and on the very outer edge. And here's my second one that I made. So this one has like a lot of soft pastel colors to it. And so my third one that I made during this video is very much like this second one. Just a little different layout with the sentiment, and of course the coloring of the bunny a little different, and the shaker bits are a little bit different as well. So but I'm really happy with this card. I think it's adorable. I hope you like it too. If you're new, please subscribe to my channel. I'm getting close to having 1,000 viewers, and when I hit that point, I'm going to be having a lot of giveaways, so you really want to be in the know about that. I'm going to list here all of my social media. I'll also have that listed below in the description box. Thanks so much for watching, folks. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.